Are you a wholesaler struggling to figure out where to market, what type of marketing to do, and how to generate killer deals? Well, let me tell you that you are starting in the wrong place. If that is your struggle, that is because you have not spent the right time to build a qualified cash buyers list. Did you know with the right buyers, you're going to know exactly where to market and what marketing strategies to use? And guess what? Chances are they may even help you with the marketing. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you the three biggest myths that are surrounding why you need to start with marketing and how it is that building a cash buyers list is going to answer all of your marketing questions and take you to a successful career in real estate investing. All of this and more coming up. This is John Barbera with an investor's journey, bringing you the best tips and strategies to help you invest in real estate the right way. We share our lessons learned as full-time real estate investors, like this video right here. So consider subscribing if you haven't already. So if you've been watching, we've been putting out a series on how to build a cash buyers list from the comfort of your home. And in doing all of this, I actually had a friend of mine that's also an investor reach out and ask me, like, why are you doing all this on cash buyers? Is that really such a big deal? Yes, it's a big deal. People just completely and severely underestimate the power of building a cash buyers list. People only think that, oh, it doesn't matter. As soon as I get a deal, I could just blast it all over, Bigger Pockets or Facebook, and I'll get a ton of buyers. No. You understand? This is not how you do it. This is why you're struggling so much, because you are not taking the right time and the right resources to build an actual business. All you're doing is killing your time and your resources, just doing dumb stuff just to make more money. All you're trying to do is just make a quick dollar, but you're not building a business. You're not learning any new strategies. And this is why you don't know how to market. This is why you don't know what marketing strategies, where to market, what to do, because you're not building a qualified cash buyers list. When you do that, you're going to realize that everything else becomes so much easier to handle. So that's precisely what we're going to cover in this episode. And I'm going to share with you why it is that those myths even exist. And if you haven't already subscribed to the series that I've been doing on cash buyers, hit the bell so you get notified when I'm bringing out all new episodes on the next episodes that will be coming up and everything like that. And check out the description below for all the links and notes on this episode. Make sure you stick around till the very end as I share with you a very powerful tip on how you're going to be able to save a ton of money when it comes time to building your buyers list. So with that being said, let's get into busting these myths. Myth number 1. Get a deal and the buyers will come. My response? But when? After how much money that I've spent marketing are these buyers going to come? How many buyers am I going to have to go through on every single deal? What if I piss off the seller? What if the seller backs out? What if the buyer backs out in the last minute? What if I lose the deal? What if this is even not a deal? What is a deal? Too many questions. You understand? Like this whole thing of get a deal on the contract and you're going to find the buyers. You have no idea how many wholesalers I meet with that they tell me how much time they waste taking buyers to their properties. Meeting buyers at their properties. I'm talking about hours and hours meeting buyer after buyer after buyer at their deals just to be able to wholesale it, just to be able to sometimes make a couple $1,000, because not every deal is a home run. I'm sorry to break that to you. And I'm just thinking about this and I'm like, that's just such a waste of time. You understand? Wholesaling is at bats. You need to get at bat more and more. If you want more deals, you need to get at bat more. And you cannot get more deals if you are spending more than half of your time driving to these properties, showing it to multiple buyers. But I know what you can say. You're like, well, that's fine. I'm just going to hold an open house, or something of that sort and have all my buyers come in at once. Okay. Good luck with that. Here's the problem. Most real investors don't even show up to those because they know that you probably called every idiot out there, and it's going to be a waste of time because there might be a chance that you're going to have a buyer in there that's going to be a complete idiot and overspend and pay way too much for the house, right? So most investors don't want to compete with those people. They want to be taken serious, and they want to be brought a deal that they know they can buy and just go ahead and buy it and not have to be doing all this running around. You understand? So, but what happens if you do that? The good investors don't show up, the stupid investors show up, and they still don't buy. You're still stuck with a house. So, what do you do then? You do another open house? Or you blast it again? That's what it is. You blast it again. Because that worked out so well the first time. It doesn't work that way. All right. You need a buyer's list. You need a qualified buyer's list because they're going to show you what neighborhoods they want, what deals they want, what price ranges they want, what level of rehab. So when you have a deal, all you got to do is call one or two people at the most, get them over. It gets done because it meets their criteria, and you close on the deal, and that's it. All right. So don't waste your time with this whole get the deal under contract and the buyers will come. It's complete bullshit. Don't buy into it. Build the buyers list. Myth number 2, build a huge buyers list. Hell no. Don't build a huge buyers list. This is insane. These are those people that they're like, you want to be on my buyers list? You want to be on my buyers list? Can you be on my buyers list? I'll add you to my buyers list. What's the best email to add you to my buyers list? Oh my God. You don't even know me. You don't even know what kind of deals I like, and you already want to add me to your buyers list? Why? So I get my inbox just full of crap that you're just pushing out like a shitty drug dealer? I don't need that crap. You understand? I don't have the time to filter through all this nonsense. You understand? That is the time that you must spend understanding your buyers, understanding what they want, where do they want it. So then when you have a deal, you can move on it fast. They can move on it fast. But if all you do is add more people to your buyers list, more people to your buyers list, do you know how many times I've probably missed great deals just because I was on somebody's buyers list and they flooded me with so much crap that I just kind of become numb to their emails and don't pay attention to any of them? So many times. There's so many times I meet wholesalers and they're like, "Oh yeah, what'd you think of those deals I sent you last time?" I don't know, I haven't seen them. The real answer why I haven't seen them is because you've been sending me so much crap that I just don't pay attention to your emails anymore. Chances are your emails are going to spam. So don't spam your cash buyers. Build a quality buyers list. It's not quantity, it's quality. You understand? You have quality buyers, they're gonna always buy. You're gonna know where to be marketing. You can't do a shotgun approach and hit everything out there because eventually you might hit a buyer that might be interested in a deal that you got, who the hell knows where. Now you're wasting time. You're wasting time marketing. You're wasting money marketing. And then you're going to be wasting time trying to find those buyers. All of this time wasted, you're not getting back. You're not building anything. You're not building any substantial business doing it this way. Get the qualified buyers list. Get quality over quantity. Myth number 3, just take the highest offer, call it a day. This depends, all right? The highest offer doesn't always mean that it's the best offer. Doesn't mean that it's the better offer. Doesn't even mean that they're actually going to close on the deal. All right? You need to qualify your buyers. That way, when you get an offer, you know you can take that offer to the bank. You know you can tell your sellers, yes, we're going to close at this time because you know that your buyer is going to deliver. And therefore, you can deliver. All right? Taking the highest offer just because it's a higher dollar amount to you does not mean that you're even going to get that higher dollar amount. And now let's say that you are. Maybe it is somebody that can pay it. But what's the purpose of your journey? What's the purpose of your business? You understand? If the purpose of your business is to build a business, is to build a reputation, now is this person that's offering you the most money the person that's going to help you get there? That's a question you need to ask yourself, because maybe the person that's not paying you as much has more of a reach in the industry, or maybe could be a potential partner for you down the line that's going to allow you to grow your business. So maybe you don't want to go with the highest offer. Maybe you want to go with one that's a little bit less, but it's going to create a better relationship with your buyer. And I hope this sinks in correctly, because again, you don't do wholesaling for the money. You do wholesaling for the knowledge, the experience, and the reputation you can build as a wholesaler. If you're doing it for the money, you're doing it for all the wrong reasons, and you will struggle because you are never going to build a business that way. So make sure that you're not taking just the highest offer. You're taking the best offer. And sometimes that high offer comes from an investor that maybe they can close on it. You know they have the money, but you know that they can't handle this deal. And this has happened to us. There's been times that we've had investors want to buy a deal from us that we've told them no, that we are not going to sell them the deal because we know that the deal has a lot of risk. Maybe because of the area of town it's in, maybe because of the level of rehab, and it needs a savvy investor. And we know that. And we're not going to allow somebody else. And I understand, I've said this before and I get it. You can say, hey, it's up to them. They need to make the decision. It's their money. Yes, I get it. But doing what's right is always the right thing to do. And when you know that they can get screwed, that should not be something that you take lightly. And that should not be something that you just say, hey, screw it. You knew what you were getting yourself into. Because at the end of the day, it's your name in their mouth when they talk about that deal. You understand? And even though, yes, again, they should have done their work, it's their fault 1000%. But if you protect them, if you help them, if you at least advise them as best as possible, they don't forget. And they can become the biggest money lender you've ever had moving forward. True story. But make sure you're not always taking the highest offer. You're taking the offer that makes the most sense for that deal, for the buyer, and for you. So, drum roll, power tip. The power tip is do not buy a buyer's list. I know there's a lot of CRMs and list providers and stuff out there that they're like, oh, I sell you cash buyers list. These are, killer cash buyers. These are the best cash buyers you're going to ever have. Don't waste your money on that. Don't buy the CRM because supposedly they connect you with cash buyers and all of this, because we go back to the same thing. That is not quality. You understand? These are cash buyers from where? What justifies them? What qualifies them? What kind of money do they have? You still need to qualify the buyers. All you're doing is wasting money on a shortcut. Shortcuts are for short careers. All right? If you want a long career in this, put in the work. Put in the work to learn what quality looks like, to make sure you always get quality, and to make sure that every step that you're taking is leading you to that next level of your business. You will not get there if you're always looking for shortcuts and fast ways of getting paid. So don't buy a buyer's list. Build it the right way. Build it how we've shown you. We're showing you free strategies, fast strategies on how to do that. So below is the guide that you can download completely free on how to build this strategy. Make sure you check out that guide. It's going to bring you a ton of resources, and it's all free. If you're liking this content and you want to learn more about cash buyers, check out this video right here. And for just more training in general on real estate and investing, check out this video right here. All of this is free, so make sure you subscribe and share with your friends, and I will catch you guys on the next one.